My driver's side signal marker stopped working actually a while ago now. With my side signal marker not working, my hazard lights aren't triggering, and I believe that's because the hazard lights actually go through a complete signal through all of the markers, and with one marker not working, none of the hazard lights will actually blink. Now, the thing about this is it's actually kind of like hardwired right in, and then it goes and connects to the front one. But from this side here, it should be easy enough to cut this and solder in a new one. I don't know if you can really see in there too well, but it actually corroded. The bulb that was in there, I noticed it had gone off, so I went to go check the bulb, and the bulb wasn't going on, so I pulled it out. And I went to go take the bulb out, and I could not get that sucker to come out. I tried everything to the point where finally the bulb actually shattered as I was trying to take it out, so I figured that's not good. I picked the rest of the glass pieces out, and if you can tell in there, and I figured it's so corroded, it's like, this is just dumb. I'm not even going to try to stick another bulb in there, try to clean it out. It's actually corroded very far in. So I actually had a bit of trouble finding a replacement for TJ's. What I ended up going with was a side marker wiring for CJ's. I ordered these. These came through Omnix Ada via Amazon.com, and I got these for $2. Without, I think the shipping might have been free. It was $2. It was so cheap I couldn't put it down. I read reviews saying that these will work for YJ's and TJ's, but have to be soldered in. With ordering this, I didn't even know, but they actually sent me a bulb to go with the new wiring and the new wiring for it. And I wasn't expecting that, so that was kind of nice. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up and get this out. All we've got is what looks like power and ground, and I could see over here on the one that's still attached to the Jeep is I think we got a white and a black cable right there, so I don't even have to do any real guesswork on this. I can just cut in, solder it on, and hopefully flip the switch and it'll work. So I'm going to get onto that. This should be a nice little easy project for me to do some wiring. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect my battery, and then I'm going to get started. All hooked up, flip the switch, and we got a turn signal. Alright, not bad. Alright, so not the best soldering job in the world, but it came out alright. I'm not that good at soldering. I've actually only ever soldered my my lights and my radio. But it came out not too bad right there, I'd say so. Not too bad. The thing that made this difficult was it's actually hanging down. If you're going to do this for real and you want to do a real nice job, what I recommend is you take off your flare, and you probably try to get like a table or something. Maybe you want to take off your wheel if you can prop up your Jeep and then get a table here to lay this out flat, because soldering vertically is really difficult. If you've never soldered before, trust me, it's not easy to do. So if you could get it horizontal, like get it laying down on something, that'll make it loads easier on you. I ended up taping this over to here on the wheel with some duct tape, and I just held out. And like I said, it's not the best job, but they're on there. They're not coming apart, so I'm going to go ahead and clean that up and tape that off. Just so you know, this black wire with the yellow stripe through it is your ground, so that makes it easy to match up from the actual harness itself. So yeah, other than trying to solder this on an angle downward, which is pretty difficult in and of itself, getting this on here was pretty easy overall, and considering my skill level is minimum at best, if I can do this, I think anyone can do it. But also getting the bulb in was kind of tricky. I was trying to put it in there delicately, and I felt like I could break it at any second. In the end, I ended up just kind of propping it against my knee and popping it in. Once it's in, it's very secure, but I don't know. I guess it'd probably take a bit for these bulbs to break, but I just found it a little difficult to get it in there. But otherwise, it's working. Now I just got to get it to try and line up with the signal marker, and I should be good to go here. On this one here for the CJs, you've got 4 little tabs on either end there, and the ones on the TJs have only 2, and it's supposed to slide in, turn, and lock into place. That worked pretty nice. I just grabbed a pair of clippers right there, and I just went at it real carefully on the ends where I didn't want the tabs to be anymore on both these sides. Trim it down a little bit. If you need to, you can just take a pliers and sort of wiggle the plastic out once you've cut it. It's pretty soft plastic, and once you got it like that, it pops in and clicks into place just like it was meant to. I think I'm going to take a little bit of tape, because what obviously happened last time is over time water had gotten into this, and it corroded the bulb. So I'm going to take some, probably some electrical tape and go around the corners a little bit, around the edge here, just like new. Okay, so again, that was a signal side marker for a CJ that with a little bit of modification, you can make work on a TJ or a YJ. For the TJ, the whole process is pretty much as simple as cut the wires, match the colors, solder, tape them up, put them in, cut the ends so they fit into a TJ signal marker, and you're good to go. 5 or 10 minutes of work depending on your skill level. And you know, not a big deal, but it's a little project and it was kind of fun to work on. I liked it and it worked out well. One project down, but even though my signal marker is now working, my hazard lights still aren't working. So that was a bunk theory. So done with one job and on to the next. It's good to see how that worked out. Good to know that a simple thing like this can be worked in with a little bit of modification. And my signal marker is good as new.